Hello lovely people, Kitten here. This month for our knitting pattern we're going to be making this beautiful little bag. This one I've made in chunky because I've never made it in chunky before. Normally I make it in double knitting and I haven't finished it because I think I might put a zip instead of handles and I haven't decided yet. But it's a really super easy introduction to doing a bit of cable work and a bit of colour work. So really simple, let me talk you through it. Right, let's have a look at our pattern. Picture of the finished article. This is knitted in double knitting. I've knitted them in double knitting loads of times. It's an old favourite of mine I did many years ago. So I'm going to do it in chunky. You can do it in one colour and then you don't have to worry about the transitions. You could do it in same colour either side, different colour in the middle. I'm going to do it in all different colours. It's a great little stash buster. This has got handles on it. I'm not going to put the handles on it. I'm going to make a zip version. This is what I love, and what I'm trying to give you is the tools to change up a pattern how you want to. You could put ribbon handles, you could put flat handles, you could put a long handle, make a super little girl's shoulder purse for their pocket money. Do the kiddies have pocket money anymore? I don't know. So we are going to, you start at the bottom. So I've got a mixture. I'm doing it in chunky, but I'm doing it in a mixture. This is James Bet Merino because that's what I've got. It's a very, very small wool content. It really won't matter. And this is Wendy Supreme. I'm going to double it up to make the chunky. That's absolutely fine. Actually, I might go and change this colour because I don't actually think. Oh no, actually I can do the top. I'm going to do the top band in that, and I'm going to do the. Nope, we're fine. So we're going to cast on 12 stitches in each colour. Obviously, if you're doing one colour, just cast on 12, 24, 36 stitches. If you want to make it bigger, cast on more blocks of 12. Can we make you a bit down, a bit better? No, we can't. Can we come in a bit? Yeah, that's a bit better. Yeah, if you want to make it bigger, wider, cast on more blocks. Dead easy, that is. So we're going to cast on, in the colour pattern. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then we're just going to drop that, pick up a next colour. We will worry about joining the columns together. Leave a tail because you want to sew it together at the bottom. And just keep going through there. It's a really good example for all you doubters out there that don't believe me. There are people that don't believe make 2 strands of double knitting, make chunky. There's a really good practical demonstration of how it actually does work. I don't know if you noticed how much better my hands are. Yep. I'm on a new, well, it's not a treatment program, it's not treatment as such, it's a new kind of regime for things. Somebody finally understands that chronic pain isn't imaginary. So we're doing very well with that. Well, that's only been a couple of weeks, but we're making progress. I'll let you know as we go along. Should have been counting these, shouldn't I? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And then the grey. Where's the end? I've lost the end. There's the end. Leave a tail again. And then we're going to cast on 12. These are the columns that you're going to work the cable pattern in. If you don't want to work a cable, you can work columns of plain knitting or stocking stitch or reverse stocking stitch or anything you fancy. But I don't want you to worry about putting a cable pattern in, because I promise it's dead easy and you'll be able to do it. Pricking a cable needle up before I started and bringing one with me probably would have been a good idea, but never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We've got the pattern to lay out first. Now, as always, you will find your pattern listed out. Every row is numbered, so you can get your pen and you can cross off as you go. At the top of the pattern, it gives you a detailed breakdown of how to work your cable, and then the cable instructions there is in the same colour. Some people, the instruction when you see it in a pattern is C4B. Some people say cable 4 back, some people say cross, and some people say behind. So either cable, cross, behind, back, really doesn't matter. It means it's at the back of the work. And 4 means is the total amount of stitches that you are working. You're not working 4 stitches, you're working 2 and 2. It'll make sense. Right. Row 1. For each column, I'll show you the first row because I'll show you how to join these colour blocks together so you don't get gaps. And then I'll work up to the cable and we'll do the cable together. So we're going to knit 1, purl 3, 1, 2, 3, going to knit 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to purl 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to knit 1, and that finishes that column off. Now, your next stitch is going to be a knit for that column, but hang on a bit. Find where this is, wrap them around each other like that. So you're bringing the column that you're turning into, you're bringing it around the column that you're finishing. So you've looped them together. Knit 1, 1, 2, 3, knit 4. That is going to be your line of cable if you choose to do it. Your knit 3, your purl 3 is your background to make the cable stand out. Oops, another one. Tucking too much. Knit one. Now we're going to do a colour change again. So park that there. Make sure you get both the stitches through. Look at the back for where the yarn is. Bring it up. Cross it over. See, it just keeps going. I can't. Come on, pick it up so the people can see. Cross it over like that. So you've linked them together. You're going to do that every single row. Every single time you change colour, you're going to cross those stitches over so that it seals the gap between the columns. Okay, so we're going to purl 1, 2, 3. Knit 4 is where your cable is going to do. This is what's called a foundation row. It lays out where your pattern is going to sit. You quite often see it if you ever go on to doing big Aran work cable jumpers. Your foundation row is not part of the pattern. It will give you a foundation row and then it will say continue to work pattern. So that's our foundation row. That's our first row. Cross that off. I'm going to go and work a few more rows till I get up to the row where we do the cable. Don't forget to wrap that round, otherwise it'll split and you'll get a gap. So I'm going to do that next. Right, we're going to work our cable row. There's our colours nicely laid out. See how nicely they're linked together so they don't fall apart. This is a cable needle. You can get them with a kink in the middle. They drive me scatty. They don't come in sizes because you don't actually work on a cable needle. All it is there for is to hold the stitches out of the way. If you haven't got one, use a large safety pin. It's fine. It's absolutely fine. So, how are we going to do this? This is the cable row. Knit 1. Oops, I'm banging the pattern. Move that out of the way. 2, 3. Cables are always set on a reverse background so you can see it. Now all you do is you take this needle, you're going to slip 2 off of there and you're going to put it at the back there. You're going to knit those 2. You're going to put these 2 back on there and you're going to knit them. 1, 2. You physically cross those stitches over. That's it. That's all a cable is. Buzz along to the next one. Knit 1. Switch those to lock them. Make sure you give them a tug. Keep them tight. It makes a nice little edge in between the columns. 2, 3. Now then, you ready? Slip those 2 off. Stick it at the back. Knit 2. Take this. Put them back on there. And that's it. 1, 2. That is your simple, basic cable. Once you know that, you can include it as a pattern in any of your work. Put it up the middle of a sleeve, put it a couple of inches in from the border of a cardigan. Makes such a pretty addition to anything. 3. Right, and you can see, you cannot see any difference between that and that, the 2 strands and the 1 strand. Slip those 2 off, put it behind, make sure you wedge it in tight. 1, 2, carefully put the stitches back on there and knit them. Do a bit of background, and there we go. Okay, that's your cable row. See, it's going to be a nice, handy little size bag. See, that's lovely. And that's it. I've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, 4. Well, three sets of the pattern, and then this 3 crosses, and then this again to finish the other side. If you want to go longer, you go longer. You do you. If you want to do 2, make a glasses case. How about that? There you go. See, I'm off on my ventures already. I'm absolutely hopeless. So let's work up and see how we get on, shall we? One little thing you will find as you get higher and higher up your work, you'll find because you are twisting the yarns round each other to keep them secure, this will start to happen. That you don't twist out of nowhere. The twist goes somewhere and it goes further down the line. So every time you do a cable row, stop and untwist them so that it's easier. It doesn't make any great deal, but it does start to interfere with the flow of the yarn through your hands after a while. So stop, just untangle them at the bottom end and keep on going. There we go. Isn't that fun? Your nice little cable twists. Lovely. Bit of a pattern border created just by doing that extra knit stitch. Everything is tight and overlooped. If you didn't overloop them like that, cross them over, you wouldn't get that. You'd get it lifting and separating. So we're going to put a top finishing border on it. This is another place you can express yourself and change things. The pattern I've written as it comes, I'm going to reduce it slightly. Oh, do we need that? We'll manage without it. My power pack ran out. As long as we focus, we will be fine. No, change my power pack. That's a bit better. Help it focus a bit better. Right, with first row, we're going to do a decrease row. We're going to reduce the number of stitches along the top. So we're going to do, leave a tail, knit 1, knit 2 together. Doesn't really matter which way round you do it. If you do knit 2 together, knit 1. As long as you keep track of it, all works out the same. It just gives a little bit of shape to the top and pulls it in a bit. That's all we're going to do. And because you're working from the front side, all the unevenness of the stitches is going to be at the back. works out quite well. Make sure you get everything in the bundle together. Just reduces the stitches. Gives it a bit of shape at the top. You don't have to do this. Do anything you like. And that nips it in nicely. Like that. Then, and here's one I did earlier. We're going to work 3 or 4 knit 1, purl 1 rows. Give it a bit of shape, give it a bit of strength. And then we're going to work some stocking stitch rows. That I've done so that curls over and it just gives you a bit of a pretty edge. Put your handles this side. Don't put your handles right on this side. Put your handles down here or at the end if you're doing a long strap, so you keep this pretty rolled effect. But you could do all knit stitch, or you could do moss stitch, or you could do a picot edge, fold it that way, cast off. There you go. When it comes to sewing up, match your colour blocks. I think I might crochet round the edge just for a bit of fun. And to hide these edges, but you could do them from the top, match a stitch like we normally do from inside, match the colours along the bottom. Got a nice easy guide to see what lines up where. When it comes to the lining, if you want to line it, cut a piece of cotton fabric that big, fold it in half, sew the edges, just tack it round the top. That's all you need to do. Put a little popper in if you want to pop it. I think I might put a zip along the top and just have it as, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but it's so tactile. It's lovely, beautiful. So that's your pattern for this month, and do take away the suggestions and the ideas. Do make it your own. Do what you want with it.